NFL Draft Week is finally here, and there are tons of predictions surrounding who the Bucs will choose. I'm Amanda Borges here inside the Sports Talk Florida studios. Now, aside from the players, Bucs GM Jason Licht and head coach Lovie Smith have been in the spotlight during the offseason. Now, GM Licht says that while he expects the spotlight to be on him, he says that the success of the draft really is a team effort.
Like we've said, our staff, we work in unison, we work together. I actually think, when a draft pick or an undrafted free agent exceeds their expectations and you feel like you've hit, I think sometimes the general manager or the head coach get falsely glorified for it when it's really the scouts have done, in a lot of cases, most of the work on it. I mean, we're making the decision, we're doing our work. I mean, I will get judged, it's just the way it is, but you can't look at it that way. You just got to look forward.
Licht has said since day one that this draft will really determine the future success of the franchise. He says that they're also focusing on players that aren't exactly front runners in the draft. Licht says that Lovie Smith loves undrafted players.
Already recruiting some of these guys that we think might be undrafted, and these guys are all told that you'll have just as much of a chance of making it as our draft picks, as our later round draft picks in this system. Lovie loves undrafted players. There's a little bit of a underdog type theme there that you always root for.
My time as a head football coach, I've had tryout guys that we'll have a rookie mini camp where we'll bring in some tryout guys. I've had guys that have come to that mini camp end up being a starter for us. So everyone will get an opportunity.
Coach Smith says that often undrafted players become the most successful. Leonard Johnson signed with the Bucs as an undrafted free agent in 2012, and Coach Smith says that having guys like him on the team really is a testament to just how impactful the draft can be.
It's one thing to say it, but to see a player that's gone that route. Of course, Damar is a great example of that. Makes players, want to come here even more if they don't get that chance, and we as pro personnel has decided that they're not good enough by not drafting.
Coach Smith says that this draft is big for them. They plan to use this as a foundation, and the Bucs are confident in their plan. They say that their roster is their biggest priority, who they have now, and what their biggest needs are.
Priority for me and for us, it had to be our roster first. So evaluation of it, free agency, and then when our players got here, it's about us getting our hands on them. So I haven't gone to as many as I will next year, but the priority had to be here. Of course, our plan, for us is for us to do better on the draft and make that our foundation. I feel like we'll do that. And again, I think it started with free agency, and we're going to keep that momentum going through this draft.
We are patiently waiting to see who the Bucs will choose, but don't think that you will get any information out of Lovie. All he can say right now is that with the 7th pick, he wants that player to be out on the field as soon as possible.
As a general rule, the 7th pick, you want them to play fairly soon, I should say. No rebuilding around here. Trying to put together a roster to be able to win as quickly as we possibly can. And the 7th pick normally plays fairly soon.
So you want somebody that can handle the expectations that are placed on him from us, from you guys, from our fans. So he's got to be a mentally strong player, in addition to being a great player. But he's got to be very mentally strong. I think that's probably the number one thing we would look for.
The NFL Draft starts Thursday, May 8th at 8 p.m., and we are covering all the latest news and rumors, so stick with SportsTalkFlorida.com and follow us on Twitter at SportsTalkFLA.